I remember a couple of years ago when a banker said to me in response to my comment that I was concerned about immigration and that federally it didn't seem to be getting much attention. And he said, "Oh, Kathy, don't worry about that. It has too big an impact on the economy for it not to be addressed. Immigration will be just fine." And here we are. That was a banker from Nat City when Nat City was Nat City before it became PNC. So it's been a few years that we've not been very successful. The Southwest Detroit Business Association comes to immigration from the perspective of community economic development, specifically working with small business. Community economic development happens in places. An economically vibrant place is a place where people choose to be. Our definition of economic development is totally driven by how people choose to live. Southwest Detroit, greater Southwest Detroit, is a community of about 100,000 people. 40,000 of those folks, or about 40%, do not have regular access to a private vehicle. So it isn't a wealthy community, but it is economically the strongest place in the city of Detroit. You know, the usual focus for immigration is highly skilled workers, and we are fortunate to have two populations, both in our business community, both the Latino and the Middle Eastern population, that is strongly entrepreneurial. And those entrepreneurs come with working families who help to get that business up and going, who add to the creativity and the necessity of working through tough economic times. We also don't necessarily think of landscapers and masons and carpenters and road workers, even seasonal workers, as highly skilled. They do physically demanding work. And we think that skilled labor is not just programmers and engineers and doctors. The skilled tradespeople are in huge demand right now, but can't get through the government processes to get into the pipeline for contracts. Major transportation investments are being made in Southwest Detroit. Perhaps you've heard about the governor's proposed new international trade crossing. We looked at the Gateway project that was done at the apron of the current bridge. It was a $270 million project. Out of that $270 million investment, $6,400 went to host community contractors and residents. We have to change the way we do business. Entrepreneurs are our strength in Southwest Detroit, and at the same time, we're a border town. Not many people think about Southwest Detroit as being a border town, but being right across the Detroit River from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, brings more attention to our neighborhood. The green and white vehicles are border patrol. The blue and white vehicles are border protection, And we know ICE pretty well, and we know Homeland Security pretty well. We are losing population because, first of all, there's a downturn in the economy, so lots of folks are moving around. But in particular, because of the accelerated enforcement we have seen in Southwest Detroit. And this is one of the embarrassing things people were saying we might say, but we don't have to worry about. But you're either Latino and an illegal, or you're Middle Eastern and a terrorist. I mean, that's who Southwest Detroit is, and that's why we get all the attention we get. We do need to support business, especially new and immigrant-based businesses. We need social programs to support the whole family, bilingual education. Chase Bank is now taking commercial loan applications in Spanish, which is a terrific move in the right direction. We need English as a second language, and we need a new approach in our own educational systems to see being bilingual from the perspective of those who are English speaking as a real strength as opposed to a detriment. And I think that the toughest part that we deal with in the community is there are Latinos in our community that have been there for 3 and 4 and 5 generations. I'm second generation American, and get treated a lot more respectfully than folks in the neighborhood. And that's a really, I think, important part of what we've got to address as well as we look at immigration. We're all immigrants, except for a few Latinos who had their land kind of incorporated into our country, and Native Americans. So from the perspective of neighborhood development, a small piece of the national growth. We're looking forward to the work of the folks in this room. Thank you.